Hey guys, what is up? Back with another video, and today we have another episode of Weekly Sneaker Rotation. This is episode 84, and that means we need to hit 840 likes on today's video. Thank you so much for the support I have been continuing to receive on this series. It really does mean a lot, and thank you for the support on the channel overall. But on Sunday I wore the Nike LeBron 10 Dolphins colorway. This colorway is awesome. I got these way back. I was in 11th grade, so that's is that 4 years ago? That's 4 years ago already. What in the world? Wow, time flies. But yeah, this is a great colorway. Not a lot of people really talk about these anymore. The LeBron 10 sort of got pushed to the side, and people just talk about how crappy the new LeBrons are. But this is a really, really nice shoe. Moving on to Monday, it was a pretty gross day outside. The snow was melting a little bit. It was sort of really muddy and stuff. So I wore the Nike Tiempo 94 Mid in this bread colorway. I put these on Instagram. Lots of you guys are saying these are awesome. Lots of you guys are saying you hated them. So it's sort of a polarizing shoe, you know, either you love them or you hate them. Lots of people have opinions on these, but I absolutely love them. The leather quality is awesome on these. I almost guarantee you once you got these in hand, you would stop hating them if you do hate them just from pictures and videos, because the leather is so nice on these. It makes up for whatever things you don't like about the shoe. Best leather I have on a Nike release, bar none. Really awesome shoe, and that is what I wore on Monday. Moving on to Tuesday, I wore, if my feet will ever hop into the frame, I wore the Asics Gel Light 5. There I am in this all red Mamba colorway. At basketball practice, or I was coaching basketball practice, one of my players called me a hype beast because I had all red Asics Gel Light 5s on. Can't really argue with him there, you know. It's an all red Asics Gel Light 5, probably the most popular Asics model. All red, you guys know the drill, but this is a great sneaker. When you're buying Asics Gel Light 5s, at least a half size up. I made that mistake. This is the first pair of Asics I've ever bought, and I didn't go a half size up. These are way too small on me. But, you know, they're not too small to wear, but they're just really snug around the toe. This is an amazing colorway of an amazing silhouette, though, and that is what I wore on Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday, actually headed out really early in the morning over to the mall, over to House of Hoops on Wednesday to go pick up the Air Foamposite 1 holograms. They are such an amazing sneaker. My mall actually only got 9 pairs of them. I got there and there's only 3 pairs left. Thankfully one of them was still a size 12, which is awesome. And I wore the Vans Skate High on the way there because once again it was just a really muddy day, and you know, I was walking around a lot that day, had a lot of stuff going on Wednesday, so I figured, hey, I don't really want to mess up one of my nice pairs of shoes, so let's just throw on the Vans Skate High. This is a shoe I don't care if it gets beat up, don't care if it gets scuffed, wet, muddy, dirty. I don't even care what happens to it. It's just a great shoe to beat up. Moving on to Thursday, I wore the Nike KD7. What are these even called? Lacquer blues or clear waters or road camos? I remember when I did the review for these, all you guys were arguing about them. If you guys haven't seen the review for these, there will be a link in the top right hand corner of the screen and you could go check it out. Hear my thoughts and opinions on the Nike KD7. While this isn't my absolute favorite KD silhouette, the KD7 Elite is my favorite KD silhouette of all time. This has to be up there, and this colorway is really nice as well. As lots of you guys know, I am a huge fan of Hyperposit and Foamposite, and this obviously features Foamposite or Hyperposit. I don't even know the difference, to be completely honest, on the heel, as well as mesh on the forefoot, and it's just a really good shoe overall. Moving on to Friday, Black Friday, I was at the mall even earlier than I was on Wednesday. I left the house at 5:12 a.m., so I got to the mall really, really early, and there was already a line of like 25-30 people in front of me when I got there, but I was lucky enough to get the Aqua 8s in my size 12. There was no problem, no hassle. And actually, there's a huge line outside of the Foot Locker at the mall, but the Champs at the mall had no line at all. And I went to Champs later on to return a pair of shoes, and they still had like 30-40 pairs just sitting on the counter right there that no one had bought because no one lined up there. So go figure. But I wore the Kamikazes on Friday, and wrapping things up on Saturday, I wore the Kobe 8 Milk Snake colorway. I almost forgot what these ones were nicknamed, but yeah, this is a great colorway. Red and black will always be one of my favorite color combinations on a shoe. There's white and gray thrown in here too, which just makes it even better in my opinion. The Kobe 8 is a really comfortable model, not really a great shoe to be wearing in the winter, so I thought I would knock these out of my rotation before it got super cold. The camera does not want to focus on them, but you know, I'm pretty sure everyone else's eyes were focusing on them when I was wearing them on Saturday. But that is going to wrap up the video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Let's make sure to hit 840 likes, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Until then, peace.